Hi, moguls and future moguls, guys and girls. Welcome to the show. Today, we're going to tell you about the crowdfunding platform where you, as an unaccredited investor, can look at real estate opportunities to invest in. Crowd platforms are where groups of people that can invest into a product. So as a group, you're investing your money. So if you want to buy a piece of land, which costs say like $1 million, if you have 1,000 investors, each putting $1,000 in, you'll have a better chance of getting that $1 million piece of land if you as an individual can do it. So there's rules and fees for investing. Unaccredited means you just say you're just not a multimillionaire yet. So unaccredited investors are pretty much almost everyone who is not that millionaire yet. And there are certain things like how much money you have to make a year and how much expendable money. But so for us beginners, we're unaccredited investors to keep it very, very simple for you. So if you want to invest in specifically real estate, there's a couple of crowdfunding platforms that are around, and some of you might have heard of some, and some of you might not have heard of some of these. So there's Diversity Fund, Diversy. Diversity Fund offers REITs, the REIT, which is a real estate investment trust, and they do mainly large apartment buildings, like 100 plus apartment units throughout the United States. And if you want to invest in their crowdfunding platform, you have to have a minimum of $500. So remember, when you invest, there's a fee. It's high risk. We're not a broker. So always do your due diligence. And it's your decision, your money, and your investment. So you're the only one responsible for what you invest in. So always do your due diligence and research. And as an unaccredited investor, you only can invest about approximately to $2,500 plus or minus a year by law. And before, we never could do that. So you guys are in an age where you're allowed to invest in things. And for me, it's like, okay, people are allowed to go on vacations and buy expensive purses and expensive shoes, but that's not going to be an investment, because as soon as the shoes wear out and get dirty, if they have holes in them and get worn out, like, you can't sell it. So if you invest $500 or $1,000, that can make you some money back in the long term, but it's a startup, so you don't know if it will. At least you are trying to secure your future and stretch your money. Automation finance. Automation is distressed mortgage loans at a discount, and they work with homeowners to modify or refinance the loan. So a lot of you are homeowners, or you own things. Automation finance targets an 8% annual return, and it's open to all investors. So an 8% annual return, everyone's looking for those banks that give you any kind of interest right now. So that's why I'm really liking the Revel, a startup app that's on WeFunder. That seems to be really nice. It's make banking simple, and I really think that Revel is a fintech, a banking app that can help you. So we really need to get those interest rates back up in banks. So if you're looking for an 8% annual return, it's open to all investors with a minimum investment of $250. So that could be something very interesting to you. Finance Review, Grid Share, and it's a more of a niche platform offering Regulation CF debt. So do check out what Regulation CF debt is before you do a CF debt. And equity investments in clean energy products like solar and wind installations. Grid Share is open to anyone with a minimum $100 minimum investment. And then Holdfolio, HOLDFOLIO, investors purchase a little fractional ownership interest in a portfolio of 10 single-family rental properties or a single apartment building, and receive both fixed interest payments and a profit sharing upon the sale or refinance. So that could be very interesting. So you own a fractional share, because like in Robinhood and stuff, you can own fractional shares, of certain things, like a fractional share of Tesla or Google or Amazon or some of your favorites that are real pricey. And so they would have a portfolio of 10 single family rental properties. So let's tell you about a couple more. Okay, some that you probably heard of. GroundFloor, GROUND floor, just like it says, GroundFloor. Real estate offerings to non-accredited investors. It's basically Regulation D, similar to Regulation D platforms. Do Google and read and learn what Regulation D stands for. By offering debt investments in individual properties, the minimum investment can be as low as $10 for some of the properties, and as of January 2018 is available nationwide. So they now have properties available more than they did when they first started. So, do check out how much the fees are, because you want to see which ones has the highest fees and try to get the ones that have the lowest fees, because when you invest, there's a fee. They charge you a fee. There's fees. So it's like, thanks. But and then just see what makes sense to you. It's your investment, your money, your decision. You're responsible. You're the only one responsible for your future. Fundrise. You probably heard of Fundrise. FUNDRISE. Using SEC Regulation A+. Offers multiple investment tiers open to non-accredited investors. Even their core offerings are available. And the minimum investment is $1,000. So with Fundrise, you have to have $1,000. So you're like half of what you can spend for the year of investments. And it has multiple investment options, and just, what are your goals? Republic is they do real estate investments with a minimum as low as $100. So Realty Mogul, you probably heard of that one. Realty Mogul does the Regulation A+. They have Mogul, REIT, REIT, and they advertise the returns of 8% and a minimum investment of $1,000. So Realty Mogul, you got to come in with $1,000. Rich Uncles, the minimum investment is $500. And you can increase that in $50 increments. But remember, you do check out the fees, because the smaller you invest, there's still a fee on that. So it might be better for just depends on what you're doing. If you put in $1,000, you only have that one fee on the $1,000, but you got to make sure what you're going to invest in might pay off for you. They advertise 7% return. Some have minimum income or net worth requirements, which vary by state, and some have to be an accredited investor. So you got to qualify to invest with an income of $70,000. So Rich Uncles, you do have to read the rules to make sure you qualify for them. Streetwise, that's STREITWISE. Streetwise offers REITs, REITs, that's the Real Estate Investment Trust. They're open to all investors. They target commercial real estate sectors. Current offering is for office and mixed-use properties. Their targeting returns are between 8 and 9%, and the minimum investment is $1,007. So that could be very interesting if you like commercial. Small change. There are small transit-oriented developments, and the minimum investment varies, but anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Okay. Automation Finance. So they buy distressed mortgage loans at a discount, and then they work with homeowners to modify or refinance their loans. And they target 8% annual returns and open to all investors with a minimum investment of $250. I think I told you about Automation Finance, but we did Grid Share and Hold Folio. So those are some of the ways that you can invest in real estate. And there might be new ones that come out this year or next year. So do take a look for those. Do your due diligence. Remember, we're not a licensed broker, and have a really great day.